So once Thanos comes down and completely wipes out Earth's mightiest heroes...
Spoilers!
Forget about it. What happens in Phase 4?
Today on the show.
Good morning, Scallywags. So last Tuesday, let's be honest here. Last Tuesday, we shot an episode talking about some of our theories for Avengers Infinity War. And then what goes and happens the very day after we shoot that episode? A new trailer drops.
Yay! Thank you, Marvel.
Of course. And completely wiped out some of our theories, completely brought up a few new ones. But it's okay. It's okay, because in the last week, in the last 7 days since we shot that episode, so much has happened. Exactly. Oh my God, things are getting exciting. So today we're going to talk about some new theories that we've got, a couple of corrections or addendums to the theories we made last week, and then we're actually going to talk about more of like the Fox merger type stuff. How do we want to see it brought in, and what happens next?
Exactly. So let's get it right off the bat. I am a firm believer.
Well, hang on. Before we jump to new theories, let's look at some of the theories we made last week.
I was going to talk about Heimdall.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm a firm believer.
You were going somewhere else.
No, I'm a firm believer now after rewatching Thor Ragnarok.
This is something I totally had forgotten
about. That Heimdall has the Soul Stone. Yes. And why do I say that? Why does he agree with me? Because he connects with Thor across the freaking universe.
Yeah, that's not even it. If you remember back in the Age of Ultron, whenever Thor was given his vision, he actually saw the future. And in that future, Heimdall was blind, and his eyes were completely white. Meaning that in the future, Heimdall no longer can see all these souls that he talks about seeing. So... yes, I agree that would be a pretty good...
He can connect and see with any being across the known universe. And that is something you can do with the Soul Stone. You have instant communication with anybody with a soul.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm a firm believer now that...
So that was more just one thing that we left out.
Yep.
As far as a couple of different things, I actually want to make a couple of addendums to my death predictions. I'm not so sure that RDJ is going to die now. I really am not so sure.
You think he's going to come back?
I don't think he's going to die for sure. I'm not so sure that Chris Evans will either. If any of them are going to, it's going to be one of those two. But I do, however, very sticky there. I would put money on Loki dead, definitely.
I don't know so much as he's going to die as maybe they're going to throw in the canon in the comic book where he becomes a female. Personally, there are a lot of good actresses out there that could play a great female Loki.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of it's a matter of contracts, obviously, but but like, and I don't know where everyone stands on their contracts, but we talked about Chris Hemsworth in like upcoming Thor projects. I actually saw an interview with him 2 days ago where he was talking about he doesn't know if he wants to continue.
Yeah.
So it's up in the air for everybody at this
Chris
point.
Evans has recently said in an interview that he thinks the time is now to get off the ship before somebody pushes them off the ship.
Right.
Meaning he is 90% done with him playing Cap completely, which it's fine. I mean, you could have Bucky, but I'm still on board with Bucky not becoming Captain America.
They kind of set him up to become the White Wolf. Spoilers for Black Panther there. But
I still think Sam's going to get it. I still think Falcon is going to become the Falcon.
My problem with that is they haven't done like. My only problem with that is that Falcon in the movies thus far has been nothing but a supporting character.
Well, that's all Falcon was for the longest time in the comics.
I know that, but I mean, they haven't really shown him to be. There is nothing about, and okay, this is going to sound worse than I'm hearing it in my head, I'm sure, but there is nothing about him in those movies that says that he can carry a movie as the lead. I'm sorry, I like him. I even like the character. They just haven't done enough with him to show him as the main guy, one of your two main guys in the MCU.
Only time will tell. I mean, I cannot see them continuing the MCU without a Captain America.
I honestly kind of like your idea of seeing Cap retire, which he's already basically going as Nomad in this movie as it is. He's removed the star and all that fun stuff, which if you're familiar with the comics, that's pretty much what happens. He leaves, becomes Nomad. I personally personally would like to see he goes off, he does his nomad thing, and we just don't have a Captain America.
I mean, it would be okay not to have a Cap for a while, but
you're talking about going cosmic. Let's focus on the Fox characters. Let's get them brought in. Get Phase 4 going. Speaking of which, how are we going to do that? How are we going to bring in the Phase 4, the Fox characters hopefully for Phase 4?
Well, I think I'm still a firm believer we're seeing the Fox some of the Fox characters being at least hinted to as an Easter egg.
See it? Yeah. Now we mentioned
in the MCU. We mentioned last week.
We mentioned Fantastic Four last week. Now this was something I was unaware of. This picture right here. Now you can see there. This was posted on Twitter by the Russo brothers who are directing this movie. Some set location from the movie. But when they posted that picture, people started asking questions. Is that Doom's castle? Dr. Doom. Is that Dr. Doom's castle? Well, about the time that started becoming the popular theory, it didn't take very long, that picture was taken down.
Why would you take a picture like that? Especially if an innocuous set. It's just a set picture. Unless it was...
They just didn't want that out there. Not saying that is true. Just saying, hey, what if? But... which I would love to see the What If series become movies. Those would be great. But anyway, amazing. So are we going to see a Doctor Doom nod? Now, there's a big rumor going around that we may see... now, I've had the opinion for quite some time, especially since they had Phase 4 planned out, and then suddenly they scrapped everything from Phase 4.
Trashed Phase 4 completely.
And now everything is unannounced. But they've got dates all the way out through 2022. Yep. So obviously that was to prepare for the returning Marvel characters to be brought in.
Hopefully we see the return of those Marvel characters. I think we will. I really do.
And from the time that started happening, I've always said the after credit scene for Infinity War is going to be, or at least at the end of Part 4, one of the two, was going to be a setup for Galactus. I mean, there's only really, after Thanos, there's only one of two ways you can really go without taking a huge step backwards.
Yeah.
And that's either Galactus or Kang. Which I would love to see Kang too. But I would much more love to see... I'd much more love to see Galactus. Well, now there's a rumor going around that that may actually be the case. In fact, a website called Metacritic.com has a cast listing for Infinity War, and among that listed, they've got the Silver Surfer.
Well, there were rumors after the flop of the last Fantastic Four that Marvel had made an under-the-table deal to recover the first family.
Back, yeah. So, I mean, is that the case? Now, granted, this is one random website that I had never heard of. Well, and I'm also going to throw this out there, too.
It's also been confirmed that in Captain Marvel, we will see Skrulls.
Yes.
Now, Skrulls are almost entirely Fantastic Four lore.
If you remember back to the very first Avengers movie, okay, when they fought the Chitauri, there were lots of interviews with Joss Whedon and others where they talked about the fact that the Chitauri were used, that they had originally wanted to use the Skrull in that.
And Fox wouldn't give them the rights.
But they did not have the rights to do that because they were under the same umbrella contract that the Fantastic Four was under. And they flat out announced Skrull are coming.
It's going to be Skrulls in Captain Marvel. So she will face some kind of...
If we've got the Skrull back, guess who else we probably have back? Whether or not Fox deal is done, I mean, they're not talking about it much, but we know it's happening. We just don't know when.
It's still in negotiations, but Disney's just going to continue to add a zero on the check until eventually Fox goes,
just like we said last week.
This is way too lucrative to pass up.
Now, this website, Metacritic.com, they've got, and here's the shots right there. You can see the cast list. They have a man named Kurt Clendenin listed as playing the Silver Surfer. Now, if that is the case... If he really is in this movie and that really is who's playing him, if I had to take a guess, I would say that it's just he's just the motion capture guy.
Motion capture, maybe voice.
Because I mean, if you're looking at this this guy's IMDb, I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff, but it's always uncredited work.
Yeah, background work, stuff like that. You know what? I would love to see a Silver Surfer come in. I would love to see them enter Galactus.
I hope that's where they go.
Again, where do you go? I mean, here we've got 10 years. We built up to Thanos, one of the biggest big bads in the entire comic book universe, whether it be Marvel or DC. Where do you go from that? You've got to go to the World Devourer, or you have to go with somebody who controls time.
Yeah.
And cosmic, you got to go cosmic.
If you're going cosmic,
you
yeah,
gotta go
the mention of the fact that they're saying cosmic, you've got two choices there. You've got the Celestials or you've got Galactus.
And I can't see anything to bring the Marvel Universe gods into any kind of...
So how do we want to see those guys brought in? And I think we pretty much all agree on this, that we think that there is one character who would be perfect to bring everybody together, and that is one Mr. Wade Winston Wilson.
Got to bring Deadpool. Why? Because he's the only one who's self-aware.
Because you could honestly have the Avengers out there fighting Thanos, and then all of a sudden the X-Men just run onto the screen like it's nothing, like they've been there the whole time, just running, and just have... Nobody seems to be asking any questions or whatever, and then suddenly just Deadpool pops up on the camera. He's just like, just let it happen. Just go with it. Don't worry about it. It's always been this way. It's all good. Okay, back to the fight.
Yep. Back to the fight.
And let it go.
Yeah, I mean, Deadpool could easily branch the two worlds together. There's a one-shot comic that comes out where... it's a fan-drawn comic where Iron Man, Cap, and everybody is asking Beast, Wolverine... where they came from, and Tony and the Beast keep talking back and forth, and then Deadpool is like, the mouse came back to the house. I'll find it and we'll put it in there.
I have no idea what you're talking
exactly
about.
what it is. I will find it. I will send it to you.
Oh, please
it's a one sheet of the two worlds kind of talking about how they merged. And it's actually freaking hilarious.
I now get what you're talking about, like the movie versions of these characters.
Yes, the movie versions of the two characters.
You were just saying there's a comic out there, so
it's
like
not a comic,
some
it's a
random Marvel comic where these
fan-drawn.
characters that have existed together were talking, and then one of them was like, a mouse came to the house.
No, it's where the MCU and the Fox universe talk to each other, and then they come back.
I got you. I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you. Now, speaking of Deadpool. New Deadpool trailer dropped this morning. Actually, this is a Thursday afternoon, so you're seeing this just a few days later. Did we learn anything from this new trailer?
It looks pretty kick butt. I'm telling you what.
Looks awesome.
Looks awesome. It scored
Bill
98.
Skarsgård is in there. Who's he playing? He's not listed in the cast, but I saw there was a shot.
Yeah, there's a shot.
When he starts talking about X-Force, there is a shot that shows Bill Skarsgård, or a dude that is the spitting image of him, sitting down behind him. I mean, he's either playing the dude that's got his face covered up in the first trailer, or I hope he's playing Shatterstar.
It'd be nice.
I love Shatterstar. Shatterstar is one of my favorite characters from X-Force. Please, that would be cool.
Yeah. We do know that they are doing reshoots.
There is a there's some reshoot. They did a private screening of Deadpool, like they do, test audiences and whatnot, and it has apparently scored even higher than the first one,
like 98% out of 100, which is amazing,
which is unheard of. Yeah, the first one scored. To put in perspective for you, how much everybody loved the first Deadpool movie. The first Deadpool scored a 91. This one has scored a 98. That is insane.
That is insane.
However, they're doing something kind of sneaky. These reshoots included a 2-hour shoot. So the shot lasted for 2 hours, not 2 hours worth of footage, but the shooting schedule of it took 2 hours.
2 hours. On
a completely closed set, and it was an unlisted shoot. So they did a completely secret shoot, meaning, long story short, there was a secret cameo that they went back and filmed after the test screenings.
Now, is this going to be an after-credit scene, a mid-credit scene? Who knows? Or is it actually going to be inserted into the movie?
This is going to be one of two things. One of two things, and one of two things only. I guarantee this. Either Hugh Jackman shows up as Wolverine, or it's an MCU character. If I had to put money on somebody, I'd say Samuel L. Jackson, just because there was the nod there at the end. Plus, he's always kind of been the one to introduce the MCU and everything else. Mm-hmm. So I'm calling one of those two people. Now, but Hugh Jackman retired.
Yeah, he said he wasn't.
Are you sure? You sure about that?
Anymore.
You sure about that? Do you remember what he said after he retired, though?
He would come back if he got put. If Wolverine became part of the MCU, he would return. Come back.
Just saying. So, what do you guys think? Put that down in the comments. Yeah,
you're here following us across all of our social media platforms, where we do post new trailers and news that we find on the Facebook, on the Instagram, and on the Twitter.
Yeah, while you're here, make sure you guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. And then It's stuck. Hang on, help me out. There we go. While you're on Facebook, make sure you guys shoot us a private message to let us know if you'd like to order one of our show T-shirts.
Yep, they're super comfy and super soft,
super stylish, and you can get a short sleeve for only $20, long sleeve for $22, or get yourself a hoodie for $25.
Be a walking billboard for us.
Yeah.
Rep the show for us.
Yeah, represent.
Yep. Yeah. So don't forget while you're on the YouTubes to click one mouse button and subscribe. That's easiest.
One little button.
Done.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
It's done.
But I definitely want to know in the comments down below. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that that some of our theories are correct? What are your theories?
Yeah, let us know.
Put them down. Communicate with us, people.
Talk to us. It's all good.
We got like 1 or 2 people that like to chit chat with us through the comments and stuff, and that's great. Let's get the rest of you guys doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you guys back tomorrow for our favorite day
of the week.
The week.
Hi, I'm Daniel Gray, and I'm from Springfield, Missouri, and here's your Russian clip of the day.
Ёбаный в рот, пизда нахуй. Это нам сейчас реально только, бля, мы его...
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you liked what you see, go ahead and click on our faces to go ahead and subscribe to get all of our Monday through Friday stuff.
Indeed, and here's a couple of links down below that you can follow to watch more shows like it. Tons of great content right here at Scallywag Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.